What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Better Than Static. Tonight, I'll be your host, as always, Tyler, and tonight I have with me
Lucas.
Chris is not here because the xenomorph inside of his body finally breached. He's recovering from that. He is okay. The before stated alien parasite did not kill him. It just made him feel really sore.
Yeah, left him a good scar.
Dude, he can get so many ladies with that scar, I hope.
I got it in the war.
What war? What war were you in?
War never changes.
I don't get it. I was like trying to make it say what war would Chris be in, but
No.
you didn't pick up on that.
In the war of geography.
There was a great battle. It was the dispute of where Czechoslovakia is.
Yeah. He got stabbed.
Which is Czechoslovakia still a country, or is it the Czech Republic and Slovakia now? I don't know.
Where's Chris whenever you need him?
Yeah. The one time we actually need him to make a joke, and he's not here. But yeah, hey, we're going to roll into topics. Lucas, I got some topics for you.
What are they?
The first one is that new Overwatch character. Now,
yeah,
you didn't look up BlizzCon stuff because I didn't tell you till right before.
Yeah, the only thing I seen from BlizzCon was the early, the dev gameplay of Overwatch, which I thought was really cool. But
dude, first off, love Overwatch. It's not like any first person shooter I've ever played for, and I really enjoy that. But the other cool thing that Blizzard does is they change up the game concept so often. You know,
they keep it fresh.
They do. And it's not always with a new character. Sometimes they just update characters' ability. Like Diva got, the new missiles, which is really cool. I enjoy the Diva missiles. And then,
well, Mercy was probably the most recent one.
Oh yeah, Mercy got the
complete overhaul.
Instead of the ultimate as her revive, it's like just a cooldown effect, which is cool. It's way handier. It's what makes Mercy way more difficult to play against. But new character, name's Mora, and she is a DPS healer. Now I don't know how they're going to do this, but I mean the closest thing to a DPS healer you have is right now is Soldier, because he can heal for a short time multiple people and himself. But what I have done some research on and looked up is it'll be a stream effect. A vampiric damage. I think she'll when bad guys are in her stream. I think it damages them. But when if she has damage dealt, she can then take when people run through that stream that are on her team, she'll give that damage or give that health to them that she took.
Okay, I see. I haven't looked into her abilities or really anything. I know she runs like Naruto. That's it. I didn't know that. That's all I know. But and what she looks like, what I assumed was kind of like the Orbs of Discord from Zenyatta. That's what I thought of first whenever I saw what very, very, very limited thing is. But I mean, it sounds like that's just wrong. So,
well, when you said that we were playing the other night, you said, she's like Zenyatta. She gives heals kind of like Zenyatta, but Orb of Discord just makes you more aptitude to get damage. It increases.
I thought it leached health.
No, it doesn't actually leech health.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought so too. I've actually been playing Zenyatta more.
I got you.
When you put the Orb of Discord, is it increases the damage dealt to that character, which is I enjoy it. I've been playing a lot more healers now, and it's been cool to learn that.
I usually play Mercy or Lucio, or my two go-to healers.
See, my two are Zenyatta and Lucio. So if we have a point where you're trying to cap the point, stay on the point, I usually use Lucio because everybody's in the same vicinity. But if we're moving, I like to use Zenyatta because you can just keep shooting off in the distance, which I like. But speaking of first-person shooters, really like Overwatch. My favorite first-person shooter. There's a new first-person shooter that came out, and it's the new Call of Duty, World War II. Now, Lucas, I was never a huge Call of Duty guy. So, you're thinking about getting the new Call of Duty, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am.
What makes you think about getting it? Is it the nostalgia, or is it you think there's going to be new gameplay, or what?
Mostly nostalgia. Mainly because it looks a whole lot more as like the old Call of Duties than the recent ones, like Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare and even Black Ops, and have all these crazy gadgets and just jetpacks and all that. And it's not really what got me into Call of Duty, I should say. It's not like a fast but realistic shooter. Call of Duty 4 got me into Call of Duty multiplayer.
Which one was that?
Modern Warfare. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still to this day my favorite online shooter. I mean, it's amazing.
I'm with you on like the newer Call of Duties that just get even more crazy and more crazy.
Yeah.
What I enjoyed when I did play Call of Duty, what I really enjoyed was the campaign, because like it's almost like you were there.
Yeah.
Which is cool. The stories were, I thought, pretty well developed on the ones I played. Like I played World at War and I played Black Ops, which Black Ops was a little different.
The campaign in Black Ops it was really, really good. It was one of my favorites. But World at War's campaign is probably my favorite campaign.
My favorite is like the end scene where you're fighting in what's his name? What's your friend's name? Is it Vladimir? No, Dimitri.
Dimitri.
That's what Dimitri. It is. And you're like fighting at that statue, and you like place the flag. That was.
Yeah.
I got pretty amped at that point. But like,
my favorite mission is the mission that's, I think, loosely based on I think his name is Vasily Zaitsev, the fountain mission. I don't know if you remember, where you have to like play dead, and then I don't know if that actually happened. I'm basing this off the movie Enemy at the Gates, and that's a movie about Vasily. So, but
no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but for me, I don't think I will. Call of Duty is not my go-to first-person shooter game. Now, you said realistic gunplay, which is awesome. You know, that's great.
Yeah.
What really spoiled me on first-person shooters was Titanfall 2.
Yeah. In this game, it won't
be that fast.
It won't be the same. I think it'll be a different. It's completely different.
Yeah.
Titanfall is just all out crazy and fun and fast paced, and you're always doing something. Call of Duty, I feel like, is a game that kind of suits more to how I play online shooters, which is usually sniper or like a one shot or burst or something like that. Yeah. That's how I like playing them. That's how I always play Call of Duty. But
now, have they said anything about like the classes in this Call of Duty? Will they have?
They do have classes, and it's different, a lot different than this one. It's set up, like I said, I haven't played this game. I don't know a whole lot about it, but there's like I don't know if you're familiar with Battlefield at all.
I'm vaguely familiar.
Okay, so they have like the assault class, a medic class, a support class, a sniper class.
Yeah.
And that's how this Call of Duty will be set up. They have like 5 different main classes, and you level up each one of those classes. So you're not a character as yourself going to rank 50, then prestiging. You rank up one of the classes, and you can prestige just that class.
Okay. Now let me ask you another question. So in these classes, do you have only set weapons you can use, or?
Yes.
So you can't just like equip 2 submachine guns and just run through?
No, with like a support. No, like a medic, I think, is like or an assault, or no, medic, I think, is more like assault rifles or long range rifles, like I guess an M1 Grand or something. I haven't played this game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this could be completely wrong. This is what I'm getting on the little bit that I've read up on it.
You're supposed to be my research for this game.
Yeah. But
you're fired after this.
Well, I wish I'd have known what I was talking about.
Yeah, I dropped the ball on that.
No, but more so, that's what everybody's playing now.
Even the 12-year-olds that like you just hate being online.
That's why I just go into a party and turn off all the haters. You know what I'm saying?
Turn off all the haters. You're such a loser.
Yeah, I am.
I'm gonna teabag your grave. Yeah. Your mom. That's gonna be like all the jokes that they make. Yeah. I've actually been doing like team chat more when I play Overwatch, because like you guys, all my team has gone to the new Call of Duty, but I'm staying with Overwatch. I really like. I don't know. I don't know if the class thing will have a much difference for the new Call of Duty. It might. It might not. I don't know. But what I really enjoy, I'm going back to the Overwatch because I'm beating a dead horse. Is like you only have two weapons basically on Overwatch. So like seeing people pick a different character and try to use those two weapons is just it's different every time. And I feel like Call of Duty is that just monotonous. I'm going to go running, shooting, and try to kill somebody.
That's the thing. It's kind of adopting some of those things from Overwatch, where you have kind of the class system now, where you're either a medic with a long range rifle or the assault with a submachine gun or something. It's not. And there's also not regenerating health either. So a medic is actually
you
important.
actually need it now.
Yeah, so you have to have a health pack or something to get. So they also have point captures and stuff like that, like in Overwatch. So they're taking gameplay mechanics and just kind of molding them to
is it Treyarch or who's making this one? Do you know?
I think it's Activision.
Activision's taking this and molding it to their style, which is cool because I think Blizzard did it right.
Yeah, no, Blizzard has this uncanny ability to be about 5 years late to the party. But whenever they're there, it's perfect kind of thing, which is stupid, but it's also awesome at the same time.
That's why they make money, man. Another Blizzard thing that I didn't know they were doing until I listened to the new Rooster Teeth podcast from this week that released Monday. Or not released Monday, it released Wednesday, but it was recorded on Monday. I could have streamed it. But anyways, is Blizzard's bringing back like a new lobby, like the classic lobby for World of Warcraft. I never got into World of Warcraft. Did you?
I never played it.
It kind of made me think about going back and trying it because I have a computer that can run it now.
Right.
But I don't know.
See, the only time I ever played it was in 6th grade. That's just a ballpark. I know I was playing baseball. It was probably earlier than that. It was probably like 5th grade, 4th grade, something. I don't know. But I was over at one of my friend's house after practice one day, and they let me play one of their characters, and I enjoyed it a whole lot. And then I found out it was like a monthly subscription, and then you had to buy the game, and you had to have a PC that could run it. And I was rocking a Windows 99.
One thing from like that kind of link from World of Warcraft that I enjoyed was Hearthstone for a little while because I played on my tablet in college. Because I had this really bad habit of not paying attention in all my classes. I'd play I'd text my buddy, "Hey, you want to get on Hearthstone? Play a game?" Like we'd be in two separate classrooms playing. The funnest time I had was we were in a class and we were sitting together. We had to sit with our groups or whatever, and we were assigned groups. And I was playing this one guy, and he just glared at me. I think I played a Leroy Jenkins card, and he hated me for that. Which when Leroy Jenkins was first made, he was overpowered card. Yeah. Then he got nerfed, and then they gave him back the overpoweredness after I'd already used. I used his card to craft another card because I didn't like him anymore once he got nerfed. But that's how it rolls.
Yeah, and you got to hold on to those.
But
my go-to during class was Zelda Ocarina of Time with a emulator on my tablet.
Nice. After I did Hearthstone, I downloaded this one game. It was Chaos versus Order or something, and it was an MMO. And I was fighting this. I'm surprised I didn't break my screen from tapping in class too hard. I was duh, 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 and I was in the back of a lecture hall. My professor had to see me.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
I'm just glad he didn't call me out.
Could have Tourette's or something.
I think it was in my Physics 2 class, which I had. I got through that class with a B. I could have had an A probably.
That's okay.
But now let's move to something else that's new. Stranger Things 2. Been out for a little bit.
Yeah, it came out week before Halloween or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think it was the 27th of October, so same
right
week
around
or whatever.
Halloween.
Did you watch it all?
Yeah, I watched it in 2 days. I cranked it out. It was really, really good.
I watched the first episode with you when we started after we got back from Derby City Comic Con, and then we only watched that one episode that night. And then this week I've been I watched 2 or 3 episodes a night and I finished it. Is it not amazing?
It's really good. I will say this, after the 3rd episode, it's unbelievable. It's really good.
Well, here's like, okay, so the first couple episodes, you're like, man, this is really good. They're developing the characters a little bit more that I cared about in the first season, and then like you said, third episode, just through the roof.
Yeah,
and I
like
cannot,
it just took off.
And I think the funniest thing to me throughout the whole thing was Dustin, where he did like the teeth thing, because that would be me if like
he made me mad, but I don't know if that deals in spoilers at all or anything like that.
Let's wait a little bit for spoilers, because here's the thing about Netflix is like you see a whole season, you're like, man, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that soon. But then like you keep pushing it off, and like one weekend you just power
crank
through
it out. Yeah. No,
so let's hold off on spoilers. No, I understand. I think I know what you're talking about with him.
Yeah, I'm sure you do because it made me mad the entire season.
But it kind of paid off if we're talking about the same thing.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
If it paid off, no, it didn't. It was just annoying.
One thing I really enjoyed was like there's the one guy that was like the against the man the whole time. He's been in other stuff. Was he in
Billy?
No, not Billy. The guy that was against like government and like all the like he was the conspiracy guy.
Oh, yeah.
I finally realized what he's from.
What is he from?
The Other Guys. Have you seen The Other Guys?
With The Rock and...
No. Wait, well, yeah.
The Rock in like the first scene of the movie.
Yeah, and then they jump off that building.
For the bushes.
And like, there's no bushes around.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't remember that guy in it.
Do you remember Christina?
No.
Christina was like Will Ferrell's like ex-girlfriend or whatever, or wife or whatever. The crazy chick that's like, sleep with me.
I thought his wife was Eva Mendes.
Yeah, but like I don't know if his first wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever. The blonde-haired chick that like had the dude with like the husband that had a big beard.
I don't remember.
He comes in there, Arnold Palmy alert. I
don't remember
you don't
this
remember
at all. But the only time I've ever watched it was in theaters.
Oh my god, I own that movie. We'll watch it and I'll show you.
It's okay, I didn't like it.
I liked that a whole lot. Not like I'm not saying it was a great movie. I'm just saying some of the like the one-liners and stuff, they were pretty funny.
Those will probably catch me some flack. I'm not a big fan of Will Ferrell.
I understand not being a big fan of Will Ferrell. I like Mark Wahlberg, and when Mark Wahlberg's in a comedy movie, I like it just because.
Yeah, I mean he's really good.
Yeah,
at just about everything he does.
The only movie that like I've watched and I didn't like was Pain and Gain.
What about Max Payne?
I'm not. I'm a little ashamed, but I liked that movie.
Okay, it was not very good.
I mean, it wasn't awful.
It was weird. I think that's it.
No, it was definitely weird,
especially coming from because I played the video games. Growing up, and I don't know where they got a lot of that stuff from. Like it was just out there.
I just thought it was like I couldn't tell if like the angel demon things were real or what, and that's what made me like actually like it because it's like you know how in Birdman you're always like guessing is he actually Birdman or not? Does he have powers or not? Is he going crazy? And that's what I was thinking through that whole movie of Max Payne.
Yeah.
Now there's a Max Payne 2 movie, right? I've not watched it.
I don't think so.
No, there's not. Okay,
I haven't seen it
because it should have ended with the first one if it didn't. But yeah, I like Mark Wahlberg. So, but the conspiracy guy from Stranger Things, and this isn't a spoiler. Like, it won't ruin anything for you. It's just like that guy's like really goofy in Other Guys, and that's what I just realized that today when I was watching the last episode.
I gotcha.
But yeah. Great year for child actors.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
Stranger Things.
I'm gonna lump 2016 and 2017 together, kinda. But like, I mean, that's
what came out in 2016.
Logan.
Oh yeah. X11 or whatever.
Yeah. Or no, it's X23.
X23. That's it.
She was great.
Yeah.
And like some of the kids weren't bad either. Like in that movie.
Yeah, I mean they didn't have very big parts.
Yeah, so it didn't ruin the movie
as big
for you,
as hers.
But like her, and then like the kid that plays Will Byers, the stuff he's doing where like the
Finn.
No, that's Mike Wheeler.
Oh, that's Mike. Yeah.
But like the kid that is playing Will, I think is doing so great of like selling you like the crap is actually happening to him.
Yeah, and he also has that like, I mean this in a nice way, but like the kid that you know is being bullied. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, like, they're all being bullied.
I know, but the other kids, like, you're like, okay, like, you know, they don't really, they look like it, but they don't, not as much as Will. I mean, you know what I mean?
If you were in school, you're going to single, I'm going to beat up that kid. That's Lucas. Lucas was a bully in elementary school.
I was not.
No, Lucas got Citizenship Award like every year.
All 8 years.
I think
you could win the award.
I got it whenever I wasn't in the same class as you.
Yeah, every single year.
So Lucas is a nice guy, but it's also because Lucas never talked, so he wouldn't like call people names or anything.
I didn't talk to anybody, so I couldn't be mean to anybody.
Yeah. So it all works out.
Yeah, just be quiet, and that's how you're good.
People see you, and you're like, that guy's intimidating.
Except whenever you get into high school, everybody thought I was a jerk in high school. But
everybody at our lunch table, like, man, Lucas is the best. And like, you get outside of our lunch table, Lucas is the biggest dick ever.
Yeah. Somebody told me that, like the year after we graduated high school, and it like blew my mind. I was like, what? Like,
you wanted to talk to me? You could have.
Like, I want to talk to you.
There was somebody in college that said that too.
I know. I don't know why. I guess people just thought I didn't like them because I didn't talk to them, which is not the case.
The person from college that said, like, man, I didn't realize I thought you didn't like me. But like, she asked what I've been up to at one of the weddings. Like, there's tons of weddings from our friend group that I was invited to from our college friend group. And like, she's like, so what have you been doing? I'm like, well, I started a podcast. How do you start a podcast? I'm like, you just get recording stuff and get a group of people and talk. She's like, well, who do you do the podcast with? I'm like, well, my friend Chris from back home, and then Lucas. She goes, Lucas talks? I'm like, yeah, once you actually put a camera in front of him and a mic, he actually talks.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Not too much. Last week, you didn't talk as much.
I was really tired last week.
No, that's understandable.
I was tired.
But yeah, great. So back to the topic. Great year for child actors. Lucas bullies kids. Not really.
Not really.
But one of my coworkers had brought up the fact that, you can tell their kids, by their thought process, where they relate everything to like D&D or stuff they knew, but they didn't. I think he said you knew they were kids by their thought process, but they didn't act like kids would. He's like, which is crazy because you'd think, they would just freak out and stuff. But I don't know. It didn't take me out of the story or anything. You're just like, those kids got like balls, cojones.
I think it's where they had gone through it before.
Yeah.
Because they knew. I'm also going to relate this to D&D too.
You've never played D&D in your life?
No, I haven't. But in the show, like okay, this is probably complete bullcrap. I'm going to call myself on this right now.
Okay.
But in the show,
okay,
it starts off, the very first scene of the entire series is them playing D&D and strategizing and coming up with a plan to defeat a monster.
Yep.
They just transitioned that to real life,
which is awesome. I mean,
like that's it. So they know the thought processes and all that stuff. The only difference is there's actual stakes.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And I don't. The statement my buddy at work said, they have thought processes of kids, but they don't act like kids. Like this, it might be a little bit of spoiler, but like I'm not gonna ruin the whole thing for you. But like in the junkyard scene.
Yeah.
Like they nut up and they're just like, all right, we got to take this. But then like Lucas has a slingshot.
Yeah.
Because those are actually going to do something to the monsters.
The demo dogs.
Yeah. Not a huge spoiler, just like a little bit of a scene.
I mean, I don't think that's a spoiler.
If it is, fight me.
I mean, you didn't say what happened in it whatsoever.
I think I just said Lucas from the show
has a slingshot, and it takes place in a junkyard.
Yeah,
that's it.
Ruined the whole thing for him.
Yeah, gosh,
we just lost listeners because I spoiled everything.
Yeah.
Logan, great child actors. Another great movie with child actors is Spider-Man. Yeah. Tom Holland was great.
That 21-year-old playing a 15-year-old.
He's 21.
Yeah, he might actually be like 22. I don't know.
He looks like a high schooler.
Yeah. Which he's pretty built for a 14-year-old.
Yeah, but that suits Spider-Man.
But he's Spider-Man. He has superpowers.
Exactly.
Spider-Man has superpowers.
Yes, Spider-Man does have superpowers, Lucas. Throwback to last week. That night, I was stewing. I'm like, I have an argument. And then, like, through the week, I actually got the argument. I'm like, I'm not going to bring this on the show. I just don't want to throw it back to last week.
But even the Spider-Man sidekick through the show, I don't remember his name.
The dude in the chair.
The dude in the chair. Oh, yeah, the dude in the chair. That was his whole
I'm the
thing.
guy in the chair.
That's who he wanted to be. He wanted to be like the Oracle kind of guy. Yeah, he was hilarious. But
that one, that in that movie, like we were talking about how like Stranger Things kids like thought process of kids, but they didn't act like kids. Tom Holland and like dude in the chair, whatever his name was,
they acted like kids.
Kids.
It was very annoying.
Yeah, at some points, hey, do you want to build the Death Star tonight?
And that didn't bother me. It was I think what bothered me so badly about it is they didn't grasp the weight of things.
Oh, yeah.
And that annoyed me because, like, you're doing all these things, you're saving lives and all this stuff, and I get he's, he kind of has a mouth and all that stuff. That's understandable. I think at some points it was not necessary.
Yeah, and that could have been just like Marvel puts a lot of comedy in their movies, and like that.
And I understand that going to a kids movie, you don't want to scar the kids for life. Even though in Spider-Man 1, you watch the Green Goblin get ran through with his glider, and he's like bleeding, and he like spits out blood.
But that movie was also not made for kids. It was like made for like.
I mean, it was PG-13,
like high schoolers,
just like the Marvel movies.
I guess, yeah. But darn it, I had a thought. I was going to say something. What was my thought? Oh, last week I said I wanted more kids movies. You're saying the Marvel movies are kids movies, and that's that's true. It's whole. You can see it. What I want, I don't want another Logan because Hugh Jackman did great. I want him to that's he can be done. But I want more movies like that where I feel like I just got wrecked inside.
So,
like The Dark Knight, I want to feel wrecked.
Like, okay, The Dark Knight. God, I hate this because. Okay, the Batman Begins is fantastic.
Yeah,
I love Batman Begins.
I love Batman Begins and Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Rises just killed it for me.
If you take Batman out of the Dark Knight and just make it a Joker movie, it's probably one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, where he's like,
it's so long, and the parts with Two-Face and Batman and all that stuff. It puts me to sleep every single time.
See, what I think they should have done that, and it could have made it better. Is let Harvey Dent be out of it once he turns and gets his face burn off.
Yeah, kind of like.
And just let Batman kill Joker.
But he also
really because it's Batman.
He needed him for his end game in the movie.
Yeah,
like he needed him to be. He needed to be in two different places at two different times, and the Two-Face was his vehicle for that.
Yeah, that's true. With the hospital scene.
Yeah.
Right? No.
No.
You're talking about when they split Rachel and Harvey in different buildings?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying, have that, and then, after that, you find him in the hospital, and you meet up and he's like, I'm sorry, and, he's already twisted, and his part's done for that movie. You leave that, and that could have been your third one instead of bringing freaking Bane into it.
God, and they... Okay, no offense to Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
He did
great.
Fantastic as Bane for what he was given.
Yeah, he acted great for the Bane they wanted.
But I feel like a broken record saying this, but Bane is so much more than just a henchman.
Yeah, no,
or just a face. He is.
He is a super intelligent guy, strategist.
Yeah.
And freaking strong.
Yeah. I mean, he's on the same, if not greater intellectual level as Batman, which I'm sure a lot of people don't realize.
Well, if you've read the Nightfall comics.
They should just make a Nightfall movie.
Well, that's what they wanted Dark Knight Rises to be, and then they just ruined it. That's what I hate about comic book movies. At least DC is they'll take cool aspects
of like 300 different runs and
Yeah,
throw it into one movie.
You know, the backbreaking thing. That's from Nightfall.
Yeah.
Why not do a Nightfall movie? Or in freaking Batman versus Superman, just have Batman Superman fight. Forget freaking Doomsday.
Have the Dark Knight anime movie, or this Dark Knight Returns.
It's Dark Knight Returns.
The Frank Miller run.
Yeah.
Just have that in a live action movie. That would have been amazing.
I already wrote it for him. You know, you just have Superman, now superhero. Batman's already been established. He's like, you know, the vigilante from Gotham.
Yeah.
Superman thinks, oh man, he's getting too brutal. I got to tell him to stop. Then he's like, Batman, you got to stop him. Batman's like, you need to step off my turf. And then Batman keeps getting more brutal. And then Superman's like, finally, you got to take me on, dude. Like, and that's it. Like,
yeah, but that would have worked.
That would have been a great movie.
Yeah, but yeah.
My thing about movies is I can watch a movie and I can tell you what everything is wrong about it, and then I can tell you how to write it better. But then, like, I couldn't like just start off.
You couldn't actually do it. No, my thing with superhero movies, it's very hard to find a balance. And plus, I think Marvel's kind of ruined them at this point.
Marvel is all about the money. And, like, you know, they've done great with, like, showing characters that my childhood I care about and actually giving them, you know, big screen things. Like, for, like, making them popular. But they just ruined the characters, I think. Just like Thor.
Yeah.
Thor should not be Thor from Ragnarok.
Thor's kind of silly to begin with. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, as a comic book character.
Yeah.
Like, he's like an out of place. Kind of like Wonder Woman. He's from a different time, a different era.
But Thor, from Thor 1, you know, not the best Marvel movie, but I really like the character of Thor there, where he's like trying to like grasp everything, and it's like weighty. He's not making jokes in his fight scenes.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't watched Thor Ragnarok. I want to, simply because I want to see how accurate it is with the actual mythos of Ragnarok. And I'm sure it's not at all.
No, I'll just tell you now, right now, it's not.
But I'm just curious.
I mean,
because I know they're in the comics. It's surprisingly how similar it actually is.
Yeah.
But I'm sure in the movie it's not whatsoever.
I'm sure we're on like the lesser percentage of the feeling of Thor Ragnarok isn't the best movie I've ever seen. Because like the group I went with, they're all like, man, that was the best movie I've ever seen. I said, no, it was great. It was fun. It was definitely a great movie. I could go shut my brain off and laugh and like watch people punch themselves, like punch each other.
It would probably make me mad.
Yeah, no, it would.
I'm not an angry person, I swear.
Lucas is one of the nicest people you ever meet, but he has a certain taste.
Yeah, I really do.
He also likes black licorice, which is just weird.
Hard black licorice, not the Twizzler crap.
So if that tells you about his taste,
like old man candy, it's good.
The old man, the old codger.
No, but like, I don't know. It's so hard to explain because the vast majority of people like these movies, and
you know what the vast majority of these people don't do though?
What?
Is they didn't grow up with the characters.
That's true.
Well, here's another thing that kills me is like some people actually did, and they're like, these are still great movies. I'm like, you're an idiot. You read a book that is way better than this movie. Which that's what people always say, like the book's better than the movie, which is.
Usually it is. Usually. Some I tend to disagree with, especially if they go off, like kind of take their own liberties from the book to the movie, like The Shining.
Yeah.
The Shining book, don't get me wrong, great book, but the movie is amazing. I love the movie, and it's one instance where I think the freedom that I just forgot the director's name, Kubrick, took in making the movie, made the movie a lot better. And
this isn't a movie, but it's a TV show. Like, so I didn't read a lot of stuff of Legion, which is an X-Men character that's like, it's like one of Professor X's big enemies. But like the TV show, it's not always comic book accurate. But they take things that, like, those pages of the comic that Legion could do or, like, let Legion seize. They take what the comic books can't show you, and they put it on a screen, and you're just like, man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And like I think it's stuff like that. Like Shining, you can't always see what the author wanted you to see that scares you, which would terrify me. Not really you. You like scary movies. I hate scary movies.
I like thrillers. I would say I don't like monster movies or anything like that. That doesn't really.
Well, see, I don't mind monsters. Like my thing about monsters. If I can actually punch it, I'm okay.
I think that's why I don't like them as much, because I like more psychological. Like,
yeah. See, I hate those.
Don't Breathe is an amazing movie.
That's the one with the main general from Avatar, right? The blind guy. He's like the blind. See, I think I would like that one.
It's
because
really
it's
good.
It's not scary. Like, it doesn't mess with your head. It's just like you're trying to stay alive in some dude's house.
It's pretty trippy. Not trippy. Trippy's a bad descriptor, but it's pretty psychological, because it kind of takes from probably my favorite slasher film in Halloween, kind of like where he shows up in just places.
See, I like Halloween.
Yeah.
Like, Halloween is a scary movie that does freak me out a little bit, but I can watch it and not be terrified the rest of the week.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's with Don't Breathe. You watch it and you're kind of on edge while you're watching it, because the music and the suspense building and all that stuff. But after it, I mean, you're not worried about.
See, I wanted to watch it, and I never went to go watch it.
Yeah.
And like I would like some people are like, man, the clown is terrifying. I'm like, man, I don't think I can do it. Other people are like, man, it's not that bad.
Everyone that I've talked to that's not been like a kid that went and watched it, which would be absolutely terrifying if you were a kid and went and watched it.
Yeah.
But everyone, our age or somewhere in our age group said it wasn't very scary. Even people that are like, pretty scared of scary movies kind of thing.
But did these people audibly scream in Conjuring?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I audibly screamed in Conjuring.
I watched that movie through my fingers, man.
I swear, there's one part that it's whenever he's looking in the reflection of, I think it's like a little mirror the music box.
It's not him, it's his wife. Yeah. Or are you talking about it, or are you talking about Conjuring?
Conjuring.
Yeah, it's the wife.
It's the wife. It's the wife. She's looking in the music box in the reflection of it, and she sees that.
It's the kid. It's a kid.
No, it's the big lady.
Oh, yeah,
that's leaning over the kid, like, "Oh, save him! Oh my gosh!" And then she looks up, or turns and looks behind her,
and it's not there.
There's nothing there, and she looks back at her reflection, and she's trying to find it. And then she shuts it, and then her face is right there.
Dear Lord,
it scared the crap out of me.
And then, when the one cop dude got his ear bit off, that scared me too.
I don't remember that.
It's like this old timey nurse, and he's like hitting on her and stuff or something, and then it bites his ear or something. I think this is the same movie. What I think I've boiled down to where I don't like why I don't like that type of crap is what's the movie where the family the house takes the little girl or whatever, not Paranormal, it's an old one, Poltergeist.
Oh, Poltergeist.
Watched that when I was in third. I watched it when I was in third grade.
Yeah, that would be terrifying.
And my mom, I don't know, Mom, I love you, but why would you let your third grader watch that? I was terrified.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched TV the rest of the week. I was like, that TV's going to get me.
Poltergeist is a classic. It's really good.
And here, looking back on it, it's just such bad special effects. I think I'd be okay watching it.
It's really silly. It's kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street at this point, where in its time, whenever it first came out, I'm sure it was terrifying.
Well, see, we went and watched Nightmare on Elm Street that one night at the Soggy Bottom, which is one of the houses. Prior episode, we talked about how our friend group named houses. This house's name was the Soggy Bottom, which made sense because their basement flooded.
Yeah.
But we went and watched we were invited to go watch Nightmare on Elm Street at our friend's house, and Luke's like, "You sure you're up for it?" I was like, I think I can do it. There'll be multiple people there. I think I can do this. And then we get there and watch it, I'm like, this is crap.
Yeah, it's a silly movie. Like, at this point, going back and watching it, it's still a really good movie. I love the movie, but it's funny.
The concept of it is like it's really cool.
Yeah.
I would hate to be like the kids that were like trying to fight Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
But also,
like, stay awake.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen in that movie. Or not Charlie Sheen, Johnny Depp in that movie. I don't know how I got Charlie Sheen and Johnny Depp mixed up, but like that was like one of Johnny Depp's first movies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? That was before Edward Scissorhands.
No, that was way before Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, like that's what I thought.
I think Johnny Depp was like our age in Edward Scissorhands, like 20s, and then like, or not like, maybe like mid to late 20s in Edward Scissorhands, but like in Nightmare on Elm Street, he was like probably 18.
I got you. I knew it was right around that time.
That might be wrong, but that's the way he looks. So, Again, fight me.
We're just spouting off these random facts off the top of our head.
The facts that might not even be factual.
Yeah. Don't check us on any of this.
What you should check is on our website. In our bio on the website, it said you should not come here for actual news. You should come here to be like get just pop culture sometimes, nerd culture sometimes, and try to make you laugh.
Yeah. So they've been releasing some critic reviews of Justice League.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be awful.
It's actually all over the place. So there are some that's just like, meh, like, you know, it's okay.
It's like a movie.
It's better than Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Others have been like, oh my gosh, this is the movie that Warner Brothers had been waiting for.
Don't tell me that, because what I want to happen, and this is just like me grasping at strings, that I want to be like, this movie's gonna suck balls,
and then it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And
because here's what I did for Batman v Superman. I'm like, this will be an okay movie. It'll kind of jumpstart us back into DC stuff, and then it just wrecked me.
All right, here's what I did with Batman v Superman. I thought it was going to be terrible. I was holding out hope for it to be good, but I knew it was going to be really bad just from what I'd seen of it and all this stuff. And then it didn't even meet my expectations for being a bad movie.
But then I did that for Wonder Woman. I'm like, okay, so Batman v Superman, not good at all.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's not going to be good either. And then I was like, holy frick, Wonder Woman, which we had like 3 episodes about Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed Wonder Woman a lot. There were a few things that I was a little like, but I understood why they were in there.
Yeah. But I'd love it. I'd love if this was the movie Warner Brothers were holding out for. But Aquaman surfs a freaking parademon. I cannot
through
push
the building,
and then goes, yeah. Woo! Which love Jason Momoa. He's super funny.
Yeah.
Off screen, like I watched him play the For Honor beta when it first came out. Like that was like my first Twitch experience. I'm not even lying. Like I'm like, For Honor's come out. That looks like an awesome game. I want to watch it. And like they're posting, all right, we have celebrity like beta play. I'm like, Jason Momoa. Heck yes, I'm gonna watch this. And he was just so goofy on the screen. It was awesome. Love you, Jason Momoa. But still, if you think Justice League is going to be good, fight me.
No, I hope it's good. I mean, I'm going to go watch it.
I'm going to go watch it. I'm like the biggest DC fan ever.
I'm probably going to hate myself for doing it. But it is what it is.
Sadly, that is like the best we can hope for.
Yeah. But they say the chemistry between the group is very, very good and all that stuff.
And you can tell it like that from their off-screen stuff. They look like they have pretty good chemistry. Which, you're best friends with like super hot Gal Gadot. You always want to make sure you're on your top game when you're around her. Jason Momoa, who does not give a heck about anything. Like he's just chilling with everybody. You got Ben Affleck, who seems like a cool dude. Like great director. The Accountant shows he's a great director.
Yeah.
And then like Ezra Miller, who
did he direct The Accountant?
I think he did. I think he directed The Accountant, or had like a lot of.
I don't think he did.
We're just spouting off facts, guys. We don't even know the real. And then like Ezra Miller, who I think's a pretty funny guy. Don't know how to do his Flash, but he's a funny guy. Like, how could you not think they're not going to have good chemistry? Which hopefully it's played through in the Justice League. Are you looking up if I'm right about The Accountant?
Yeah, I want to see because I don't think it was.
Lucas, if I'm wrong, you can fight me.
Okay,
that's like my line tonight.
Hold on, this is going to take me a second to find. So let's keep on going.
So what were you saying? Like, what was your final thoughts on they had good chemistry kind of thing?
Oh, then on the other hand, I also seen the complete opposite, saying that they were terrible on screen together and that the movie as a whole was just trash.
From
So,
from what I've seen of like the previews, and this is like YouTube things, and like what we saw when I went to see Thor Ragnarok was Gal Gadot looks like she's gonna have some solid parts, and I think I'll like that. Like she's gonna, which I think is cool. She's gonna be kind of the leader of it. I think. I think like I think Batman recruits him, but like in the fight stuff, I think she's the leader.
I gotcha. I mean, that would make sense.
She's literally got the most experience.
Well, the most experience, and she's the most powerful out of those.
Yeah, well, we still haven't seen all of Aquaman's stuff yet. He could be powerful.
Yeah, but Wonder Woman, like in water, I give you Aquaman.
I mean, yeah, because it's Aquaman.
But he doesn't have the ability to fly.
Does Wonder Woman have the ability to fly? In the movie?
She apparently does in the movie. Unless she jumps really high. I don't know.
At least that's what I thought, because she did that in her movie, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It shows that Aquaman jumps pretty high.
I think he gets thrown.
Oh, he gets thrown?
But I know they released like several little clips of each character from the movie. So there's like a Batman clip, a Flash clip, a Wonder Woman clip, and a Cyborg clip.
Yeah.
And an Aquaman clip. That was him surfing the parademon. But she like breaks into the school where guys are like planting a bomb for some reason. I don't know what. But she like grabs the bomb. And I watched this like a week ago, so I could be wrong, but I don't remember her like bending down and jumping. I just remember her like doing this and flying up into the air.
For our audio listeners, Lucas just did like the Superman hands up and like fly, take off thing.
Yeah.
Which I've not seen that.
I gotcha.
So, but on the topic of like clips, like character clips, have you ever watched the Overwatch stuff? Like where they introduce new characters and whatnot?
I've watched a few of them. I've watched Winston's and I think Tracer's.
And Doomfist. I watched Doomfist.
I haven't watched Doomfist.
It's like Winston and Tracer together fighting Doomfist. Dear Lord, those things are awesome. I want Blizzard. So we were talking about how Blizzard does things to the top notch of their ability.
Yeah, make a show.
Make a freaking show, like a Netflix show or something. Like I would watch it. It would be so good.
I would. Yeah, like that's the thing. They have all these super interesting characters and all these.
People care about the lore too. Like
right, and like even if they just made like a campaign, and it doesn't have to be long or anything like that. Maybe like a 2 or 3 hour campaign, and just rotate them, kind of thing. So like
where it brings them all together.
Yeah, where maybe you have like Winston for like 3 months, and then you have the Tracer campaign for like 3 months.
And like how they do
the Doomfist,
like how they have like Junkenstein's Revenge and stuff like that.
Stuff
that would be awesome.
Their season kind of things, like the Summer Olympics.
That'd be a freaking big update, though.
It would be. That's why I'm saying it wouldn't have to be
too long.
Too long, just like a quick little snippet kind of thing.
What I have heard is they're doing a comic, or at least that's from one of the Instagram accounts I follow. They're saying that they are going to release a comic. Cool. I'm going to read it if they do. That'd get me back into like a monthly subscriptions for comics.
Yeah, I haven't done that since.
Man, I haven't done
Postal.
that. Yeah, like I haven't had a subscription since like DC rebooted. Not said I didn't like the new DC stuff. I just could not waste money at that point in my life.
Yeah,
but
I didn't like the new DC stuff. I'm just joking. I haven't read any of it.
It's pretty good. If it is like I've read some of it and it's really good. But like I would, because here's the thing: they did a Reinhardt flashback for like I guess it's on their YouTube channel, Blizzard's YouTube channel, which I'm gonna watch at some point. And they had like the Reinhardt flashback, and then they had this one chick that had the same tattoo as Torbjorn. Everybody went crazy. They're like, "Oh my gosh, is she related to Torbjorn?" And like, I'm pretty sure Blizzard, yes, that's Torbjorn's daughter. Everybody went crazy, and it almost trumped the news stuff about Mortar coming out. Like, Blizzard's fans for Overwatch care so much about these characters, yet they know. No, I'm not saying they don't know anything about the characters, but they know very little.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a game that's been out for almost 3 years at this point.
Yeah, and like everybody loves it too.
And it's still one of the top rated, one of the most played games on Xbox. And the longevity
Well, I mean, even
of
on
it,
PC, it's even
or
bigger on
even
PC. Like
yeah.
console, like is trumped by their DC or trumped by their PC players, which is just crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I'm a peasant. I play on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Everybody, like the guys at work are like, they play on PC. And like, man, why don't you just get a computer? I'm like, because I don't have a freaking $1,000 just laying around.
I can't drop $1,000 on something that
I'm just gonna play one game on, which I would play Battlegrounds on too. Speaking of, December 12th is I think when it's hitting Xbox.
It's not the full release though.
I mean, when it hit PC, it wasn't the full release,
know,
but everybody still loved it.
Yeah.
I'm playing it. I'm gonna be playing it.
I'm going to.
We need to play Fortnite's Battle Royale.
I haven't downloaded.
Dude, I do too. We haven't
played. I've been playing Wolfenstein too much.
Yeah, I've been playing Overwatch. I've been trying to spread. Speaking of when we were talking about Lucas playing COD and like all the 12-year-olds, I've been making a lot of friends. I don't know their ages, but they sound like 12-year-olds. Just because like I do competitive, and I'm like, all right, guys, who are you gonna pick? And that's gonna influence what I pick to where we can actually do decent.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like playing Overwatch by myself. Like
I've learned to play multiple characters, which is fun because like it's a different game for you each time.
Well, that's what I try to do. Like I always try to, if something's not working, like if our team comp is just terrible, I will try to switch.
Yeah.
But one person switching
does not change it.
Does not change anything.
Unless like you're saying you got like the one time it does is like say you don't have a tank character, so you need a tank. So you like Reinhardt or Orisa. Not saying they're the best tanks. I'm just saying the other ones aren't as good as Reinhardt and Orisa. Orisa, my girl, man. I freaking wrecked face with Orisa last night. Man, it was awesome. Sorry, that's a little bit down the rabbit hole, but or like say you don't have a healer, you switch to a healer, and I'm not saying freaking switch to Symmetra, switch to like Zenyatta or Mercy or Lucio that can actually heal other people.
Yeah. I don't know. But outside of that, like you're going up against like I don't know, like a Bastion or something like that, and
it's hard to go up against a Bastion.
Like nobody, I don't know. It's so hard to lay out an entire team comp and then one that goes nowhere against it, and you can't just switch like one.
Here's the thing that really is difficult is they don't show you who the other team picks before, and then you have to get in the game and suck for a little bit, and then you got to change your team.
Which I like. I like that because then it's not a.
Because then everybody would just hold out until the other team picked.
Right, and then you could just kind of counter right off the bat. But I think that initial push is very important.
Yeah, well, that's your initial push in Overwatch. Really is the litmus test for your team. So it tests is your team good or not, and then after that, you're like, we got 3 more pushes. Somebody's got to change.
Yeah.
Unless you got like a Genji made, and they're like, man, I'm not good with anybody. I'm gonna go with Genji.
Yeah.
I had that with a Reaper, and like I was like, okay, this kid's gonna be this kid again. Dude, freaking wrecked with Reaper. Yeah. Like it was crazy. It's crazy how good 12-year-olds can be with strategy. Kind of throwing back to Stranger Things. Going back to Stranger Things. Sometimes kids' thought processes work really well.
No, I mean if you play a game enough, you're gonna learn it inside and out. That's like Call of Duty. I was 12 and 13 whenever I started playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Not that I was 14, but that's beside the point.
Oh,
sorry, my bad.
So you were pretty young starting out with COD.
I was 14, and I was, not to toot my own horn or anything like that, but I was pretty good at Call of Duty 4.
Well, here's the thing that we don't like. I didn't play a lot of games when I was in high school, but like kids have so much free time. Like,
yeah, I mean, you really
Tuesday
do.
night I was playing, and that was elections for a bunch of different places, but not where we're from. And this kid's like, "Were you guys off school today?" I'm like, "No, I had to freaking go to work." He goes, "How old are you?" I said, 23. He goes, "You're old." I was like, "Thanks, kid. Thanks a lot."
Thank you.
It was the kid that played Reaper as his main.
Oh, I gotcha. He was probably like 8.
No, he was. I think he was 12.
I gotcha.
But I'm not like Michael Scott. I'm not a little kid lover. Do you get that reference?
Yeah, it's The Office.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Just because I've only watched it all the way through one time doesn't mean
Get on my level.
I don't
Watch it 3 times.
No, it's not that good. It's good. It's good. I love it, but it's not a show that I can sit and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch.
So the first 2 times I actually I sat down, I watched it, I was watching it intently because I loved the humor. Third time I watched it, I just I'm gonna start this again. That way I have something to do homework through.
I gotcha. See, that's that 70s show for me.
Which is a good show too.
Freaking love that 70s show. I've watched that thing. I've watched it all the way through probably like 6 or 7 times.
IFC, that channel runs their reruns a lot of that stuff, and on all commercials, you can almost bet there's gonna be a Red Foreman. I'm gonna put some foot up some ass. Sorry for our young listeners if we haven't. I didn't mean to. It's just the line. That is the line.
Yeah. I love Red.
Red Foreman's great.
Yeah. But that's I just love that 70s show. It's awesome.
You gotta have that one show that you can go back to.
Yeah. And that's it. If I can't find anything on, I just throw that 70s show on. And
see, mine's actually Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld even more than The Office, just because it's got that weird, crazy humor.
See, mine would. I've never watched Seinfeld all the way through, episode to episode to episode. I've probably seen all the episodes at some point in time.
Yeah.
But there is some continuity.
There is continuity, and it's kind of like Rick and Morty. It's got a subtle continuity.
Yeah, where it references one thing from maybe an episode.
Yeah, but it's not like Doctor Who, where the whole where you have to follow it to get why they're going to different places.
Yeah, you're not a Doctor Who fan, are you?
I've watched 3 seasons.
Okay, so no, you're not. I was going to ask you what you thought about the new Doctor.
I watched the second. Here's the thing. It's not that I stopped watching that I didn't like. I'm just man, these episodes are so long.
They're only an hour or 45 minutes.
Only an hour.
Listen, I can crank through some episodes.
I mean, it actually took me planning to go through and watch Stranger Things tonight because I got a schedule. I don't like messing with my schedule. So after dinner, that's my video game time, and it's hard for me to not play video games to watch a TV show. But I'll break my schedule anytime to watch a movie because I love movies, and it's just because it's all self-contained.
See, on some points, I almost prefer TV shows.
Yeah.
Simply because the longevity of them.
Yeah.
Along with you're not sinking 2 hours into a movie, you can sink 45 minutes and then be done.
But
even though I go on 6 hour.
Yeah, well, in 45 minutes, but that's 10 episodes. That's a lot of time. Whereas a movie, you sit down and watch it on a Friday night. You watch it and you good. You can digest it and go on to the next thing.
I don't know why, because it thinking about it logically, I don't view TV shows as big of an investment as I do movies.
Well, here's the thing: by a movie or by a season of TV shows, you might find that season to only have one episode you don't really care for. But if you sink money into a movie, you might say you haven't watched the movie, you're I want to watch this, I'm going to buy it. And you might hate it.
You end up hating it. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I tend to only buy movies that I've watched before.
See, I did. I bought Mad Max because I really wanted to see it. And I loved the original ones.
And if that movie was bad, I'd have told you not to buy it.
Yeah.
But that movie was really, really good.
See, speaking of bad movies that I want to buy, Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah. I mean, everybody said it was bad, but
I think it's just you didn't have the right audience watching it.
It's kind of because Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
That movie was amazing.
And it didn't do very well.
But here's the thing: Rotten Tomatoes isn't a percentage of a grade for it. It's what percent of an audience, the audience of the world, what percent of that audience would go watch it? That's how I equate Rotten Tomatoes to. I don't think that is a grade.
I always thought it was why whenever you watched it, it was their review of it.
No, well, that might be it for Rotten Tomatoes. I'm spouting out facts I don't know, but one movie website that is like that. It's like you can't take it as this is the grade it got. It's like of a percent of audience, what percent audience like it's not
like
really,
the movie. That's what Rotten Tomatoes
see,
is.
like,
Rotten Tomatoes
the
and
thing.
IMDb.
You got too many outliers when you go like that because half of the people that go watch it might not be their genre or something.
I understand that, and because you can't. It's the same way with reviewing video games and all this stuff. You'll have people that love the game, and so it only has like a 3-star rating, and they'll give it 5 stars. And you'll have other people that hated the game, or maybe just didn't like it as much, and it has a 4-star rating, and they think it should have a 3-star, but they give it a 1-star
to even it out,
to like crank it down, and it like that doesn't make sense. Or people that's never played the game and have no interest in playing the game are like, "Oh, this game sucks," like that.
Yeah.
Same way with movies. I'm sure that happens with movies too.
Yeah. But hey, Blade Runner 2049 is really good.
It's really good. I'm super excited.
I'm gonna buy Ghost in the Shell. Probably wait till Black Friday, get a good deal on it. I'm gonna buy it in Atomic Blonde. I haven't seen
I would watch Atomic Blonde.
But I hear good reviews about Atomic Blonde.
And I'm gonna say Blade Runner 2049 is probably gonna be my first 4K movie that I own.
That's gonna be a good movie to have. Like here's the thing about that. I'll watch it as many times as you want. It was so good.
I really liked it.
But hey, I think we're gonna call it episode because we've been going for a pretty good time. Guys, check us out on all of our social media. Twitter @BT Static. We have a Facebook page, so just search Better Than Static. You'll find us. Like that page. Maybe share some of our episodes on Facebook and Twitter. But hey, check us out on for any of you listening or watching. We're on YouTube. Some of our episodes are on Twitch. We're on iTunes, Podbean, Google Play. We're on everything that I could think of to get us on.
Yeah.
That was like applicable. Like Spotify, I cannot get us on Spotify. But hey, tell your friends, please. Like, subscribe, review. Tell us what you think. If you want to come into contact with us, you can do the Twitter thing, tweet at us, right on our Facebook page, or email me. You can email me at btstatic.pod@gmail.com. If you know of a convention that you want us to go to and review or make a little vlog about it, or you have a book you want us to read and review, send us email, tweet at us. Movies do the same, TV shows do the same. We will respond and or watch the stuff. So we'll talk about it if you want us to talk about it. Well, thanks, guys. Hopefully this episode's been better than static.
Peace.